This was a free book on Google Play Books. The only reason I picked this book was because I needed something to read to and from work, especially since work had limited staff to bring personnel items. Well, knife play wasn't something I was expecting to read when I started the first chapter. Not gonna lie, that was intense. Actually, it was kind of hot, to be honest. Weird, but hot. When I got to the 20% mark, a few things weren't adding up. Where did the hair clips come from? Wasn't she gagged with the cloth, but now in Bethany's scene, she's gagged with the tape? Which is it? In chapter 1, it says 1 month earlier, but now all of a sudden it's a, I don't want her back here. So it's not a 1 month earlier then? When I got to the 28% mark, I noticed how repetitive everything seems. Again, how many ways can you say the same thing? Like, I get it, seeking revenge for your sister, but my god, every paragraph virtually said the same thing. Even the dialogue was repeating itself, but from a different character perspective. I didn't like the sexual bargaining. It tried to set it up in earlier chapters, then it goes, when the time comes, you'll be begging me to have you. Really? That's what you're going to use to get your hostage to talk to you? I took a short break between continuing the story. When I returned, I had no idea what the storyline was. But turns out I stopped at a point of toying with sex. Just started. Oddly enough, I'm not complaining. Though reading those chapters while sitting eerily close proximity to co-workers and supervisors probably was not a good idea. Oops. The time jumps in this is a bit off. How do we go from a nearly fucking scene to a welfare check by a cop to another sex scene? That's just an odd jump, especially since the cop had no real reason to randomly spill his new-to-town speech. What the fuck is with that ending? I don't get this story. Like, what's its storyline? I understood the sex, sorta. But the storyline? She's trying to find her dead sister's killer. But to find her dead sister's killer, she has to fuck a guy? I feel it's not quite adding up. I feel like this tried to set up too many roads without really finishing them off. I get this is book 1 of whatever, but again, usually book 1 still tie up some questions before taking the major piece into book 2.